beauties, and welcome to another beauty video. I'm super excited to show you guys some of these products just because I know personally I love finding really good drugstore options just because some of the more high-end stuff is just it's really too expensive. And a lot of this stuff is stuff that I haven't fully tried out yet, so most of it's just stuff I've heard a lot about. But I will do a more in-depth review of them at some point. But yeah. This is a lot of stuff that I do trust the people who have talked about it. I've been testing it out and so far I haven't been disappointed. But yeah, let's just jump in and start with eyes. So for eyeliner, I wanted something that was going to be easier to put on different people because I'm doing a wedding. So I wanted to be able to go on different people's eyes and not be liquid. So what I got was the Maybelline New York Eye Studio in the black color Blackest Black. And this is a gel liner. Now I'm not going to swatch every product because some of the products are like a little too light for me or whatever, but this one I will because I want you to see how dark it goes on. And that's really hard to get off too, so it doesn't come off very easily either. And it just like creates such a nice thick charcoal black, and it's just so pretty and it lasts forever so far. But yeah, I've only worn it like I think twice, and so far I like it, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to try it a bit more and see how I feel about it. And then the next and last thing actually for eyes, because eyes is very small today, is the eyeshadow primer by Hard Candy. So this is kind of a skin colored primer that just goes on the eye, and this one I've only used once, so I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet, if I found it made a difference or not. But excuse me, I'm going to keep trying and see how I feel about it. Yeah, so that's this one. And then next, the rest is all face stuff because that's mostly what I needed. I have quite a amount of like eyeshadows and stuff like that, and I have blush and bronzer, but what I didn't have was like concealers and foundations that would match the girls I was doing. So I needed more of those, so I got some different kinds of foundation. So first we'll start with the primer though. And this is the Maybelline New York Babyskin Instant Pore Eraser. I've read actually quite a bit like quite a few good things about this product. So I'm super excited to try this one. I've tried it a few times. I have noticed that there is a little bit of a difference between wearing it and not wearing it as far as pores go. I don't know if I've really noticed a difference in my makeup lasting as long, but that just could be because I've gotten some really good foundations in the last little bit, and so I don't know if that makes the biggest difference, but I'm going to give it a few more chances to see. It definitely does make a difference with pores though, so that's nice. Then we'll go to concealer. So I usually use liquid concealer. I use the NYX, I have it here, NYX, which one is it? The one that comes in this kind of tube. I don't remember what it's called, but I usually use this stuff. But last time I went in, they didn't have my color, so I thought I would try a different one. So this is the NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer in the color Beige, or the number 04. So it just comes in a little pot like this. And I'm not so sure how I feel about it. It seems to have decent coverage. The only thing is, I feel like you have to put it on with your fingers, and I feel like if you get it in some spots, it does flake a little bit, so I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I returned the other one I got. It's like at a squeezy tube that they have of this guy, and I did not like it at all. It like completely flaked up and it was awful. But yeah, so I've been trying this one, and so far it's okay. This one was one that wasn't suggested. Everything else here, everything else here has been suggested, or I've seen the counterparts to, as you'll see, but this one is one I just tried on my own, and I think I might end up going back to the other one just because this one is so-so. Next will be the Colourstay Whipped Foundation from Revlon. This foundation is probably the best foundation in the world to me. Unfortunately, they don't really seem to have my color. They seem to have it either too light or too dark. So at some point when I have a little more money, I'm going to buy two, and I'm going to mix it. Because honestly, the consistency of this foundation is like so amazing. So it comes in, oh great, it has a little plastic thing on it. So I gotta be careful taking it off because I've taken it off so many times and gotten it everywhere. So yeah, so it comes in a little pot. It's all in the bottom there. And it's like super like moussey and like thick. But it lasts all day. I didn't find it like faded or got creasy or anything. And it like gave the prettiest matte finish. Not dry looking matte, but like just kind of almost satiny, but just like so beautiful the finish. But yeah, like I said, unfortunately this one did not come in my color, so I was unable to purchase one for myself currently, because I did try one in my color and it was too dark, and then I tried a lighter one and that one was too light. So I just basically have to find one that's kind of in the between for me. But until the wedding's done, I probably won't, because I still have to buy another one of these for so that I can mix, so I can have a light to dark for the other girls, because they're all on the whiter side, but they're just like a few different varies of white. So yeah. And then foundation I got for myself, which I honestly don't know how I feel about it, is the Infallible Pro Matte by L'Oreal. This is the 24-hour foundation. Has a little squeeze tube. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I know a lot of people really, really like this one. I don't know if I got the wrong color. I mean, it looks good, but in some spots it ends up looking super orange. So I'm just not sure how I feel about the color. But it also sometimes seems to kind of like stick to dry patches. It's probably because it is a matte formula. But I was kind of hoping, because this one is matte too, and it doesn't stick to your dry patches at all. This one seems to. I mean, if you put a good primer under it, and I've been moisturizing my face a bit more and putting lotion on before and then letting it sit and then putting this on, maybe it doesn't stick as much. So I might be able to work with this one, but so far it's not my favorite. But again, after I've used it for a couple months, I'll let you guys know, and kind of, or for at least a few more weeks, to give it a really good test with different powders and stuff to see if there's a way I can make it work, because it's not terrible, it's just not my favorite. And then one of my favorite things that I got, because Makeup Revolution, which I did a whole video about, actually is in Canada now, which I didn't know. So they're in London Drugs, which is super exciting. It's actually kind of expensive. It's kind of expensive in the sense that if you buy a whole bunch of items from their store, it's one shipping price. And so then all the products that are like $10, it makes it worth it. But these ones are a lot more expensive, like the palettes that are like 15, or how is it, like 10? I think I'm like 15. So there is a little bit of price difference. I'd almost rather buy online if I was buying more stuff, but if you're only buying one item, it's nice to have the option to go to the store. So I got the Vivid Baked Highlighter because I had the e.l.f. one, and I just, like a bunch of the e.l.f. ones, and I was just finding that they weren't as, like, for me. So I have Radiant Lights. I wanted the other one that's a little bit whiter, but they didn't have it in stock currently, so I thought I would just give this one a try, and I could always get the other one later. So I don't know if it will. Oh, I put it in literally the worst spot ever. So I don't even know if you'll be able to see it, but it's right here. But it's like this very almost pink champagne-y color, and it's like super, like, it looks really nice on the cheek, super natural, and I feel like this one is going to look a lot nicer, because there's another one, but it just didn't seem like it was going to look as nice on as many skin tones. But this one I think will look good on quite a few, and I'll probably get the rest of them, because I actually really like these. And these ones I have heard of quite a few times. As far as like really good, cheaper highlighters, this one was only $10. So yeah, I was super excited for this find, and I'm super excited to use it. And yeah, so there's that one. And then last but not least is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set. So this one is another one I've heard is really, really good. I tried it once, but I think I ended up taking my makeup off kind of early. So I actually don't know how well this will hold your makeup on yet, but I will keep trying it. I'm super excited for this one. Yeah, so and all of this stuff together combined cost me under $100, I think. Because let me see, this stuff was $80 and this stuff was like, yeah. So it cost me like just under $100 for all of this stuff. So I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good to me. I mean, it's way cheaper than if I had gone and gotten like the Urban Decay spray and the Poreless Professional or whatever from Benefit, and then like a NARS and Makeup Forever and an Hourglass and another Urban Decay, and then like a Stila or an Inglot, you know? So like all these products are gonna, so far so good, working pretty well. And as long as I end up giving the same result and they last as long to me, you know, it's nice to have the expensive stuff, but it's also nice to see this. So I hope that you found something that you can go and try out. And I mean, Shoppers and London Drugs both actually, if you're in Canada, I don't know about other stores in the States, but I know in Canada have really good return policies. So always make sure that you're double checking the return policies on the stores you're going to, because there's no reason why you can't go pick up a foundation, give it a try, and if you don't like it or you disagree with my opinion, then take it back and get your money back. But, you know, I highly doubt any of you guys will feel that way about this one. Honestly, I kind of would like to hear other people's opinions of this because, excuse me, I personally love it, and honestly will be buying 2 different colors and mixing so that I can get my own color, because this is like the best foundation. It's so nice. So, sorry, I'm talking about this one again, but yeah. So let me know what you think about any of these products that you've tried, and any other products you'd like me to try. If there's any drugstore products that you've seen but you're not sure of, send them to me and I'll try them, because I don't mind trying. And yes, so I'll see you guys on Saturday for another just random video. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really good week, rest of the week, and a super good weekend.